are drifting into summer this morning on Kohr Explores. A popular summer event is getting ready to make a splash for one last time on the Portland waterfront. The Big Float is celebrating its 10th year, and this will be its final event on the Willamette River, happening July 10th. Kohr Harlan is live this morning with everything floaters need to know before they head to the river. Hey, Kohr.
Emily, good morning, and good morning everybody out there. Willie Levinson is the guy that is, he's been the shoulder pushing the Big Float for the last 10 years, and this is kind of maybe the last year coming up here the weekend after next, July the 10th. That's on a Sunday this year for the Big Float, so we got a little ways to go in terms of the weather here, but first thing I want to address with you is the spring that we have had. It's been rainy. We've had a couple sunny days, but the river levels are still pretty high. Yeah. And you're telling me the water temperature's actually now
66.5 degrees.
Which is pretty warm, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much right at average for this time of year.
So it's going to be a good Big Float weather, river temperature-wise.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. It's, we have 11 days to go. It's probably going to be, 68, I'd say, 69 degrees, which is a beautiful temperature for being in the river.
We're here this morning to talk about this because today and tomorrow are the days that people want to register for this, right?
Right. The cutoff for $10 registration is tomorrow. So register today or tomorrow. You can get registered for the Big Float for $10
at
thebigfloat.com.
thebigfloat.com.
Friday it goes up to 13. So you register now, save a little money, and the 10-day forecast is looking awesome. So
a 10-day forecast.
We're going to have great weather for the Big Float, and it's going to be our way to kick off summer because it has been a cool spring. Right. But if you have lived in Portland for a while, you know that the way it used to be is that you really can't count on summer starting till July 4th, which is kind of what we're experiencing this year. Right. But you look at the 10-day forecast, sure enough, we start getting back in the 80s once we pass that date. So we're going to be ready to have some fun. We're going to be ready and feel a ability to kick off summer for Portland and bring Portland back together. Right. Because, when you're in inner tubes and you're floating around and you're bouncing into each other and you're meeting people, water brings out the best in people. And for myself, on a summer day, I don't feel, when I swim with the River Huggers, we have the River Hugger swim team. If I can get in the river first thing in the morning, I have that summer vibe all day long. So we're going to baptize Portland into the Willamette.
We're showing some video now of the past Big Floats and all the rest of that. Yeah, it's just been an awesome
You can see it's a lot of fun, and half the fun is picking out your float. We have massive dragons and swans and frogs, or you can just go in a regular inner tube. So, some tips. Having a hat is a really good idea. Sunscreen, of course.
A paddle's a great idea. Having done that.
If you have, if you're on an inner tube, bring a frisbee. Help to propel yourself along. Or if you're in a massive boat or an island, bring an oar or two, because if you only have one oar, you might go in circles. Depending on your coordination, you can go one side to the other. But you've done the Big Float yourself, Kohr.
And what did you think? The oar is great. It was an 8-person raft. We had a bunch of kids in there, a couple adults in there. It was awesome. Water temperature was luscious. It was luscious. It was a luscious day to be in the water when the sun's beating down on you. Don't even feel the heat.
And how about being in down? What a unique view of Portland to be with all of these people. To me, I kind of feel like it's a family-friendly event that feels like the bridge pedal on the water. It's an opportunity for people to take over the river with non-motorized water.
Real quick, 15 seconds. They starts at the bowl there where the Blues Festival will be this weekend.
Right. You check in at Tom McCall Bowl. We have an inner tube parade that takes us to Poets Beach. We float back. We have a floating stage so you can take in the music from your inner tube. And at the after party, 10 food carts, assorted beverages, beer, etc., and fun for the kids with an inflatable slip and slide. So
all of that stuff. That's going to be a great event. It's coming up July the 10th. Again, thebigfloat.com is where to register today for a $10 registration fee. Easy peasy, nice and easy on a sunny summer day, which we're going to have here. I'm going to feel it. We're going to have it here. July the 10th is the day of the Big Float. That's a Sunday again this year out here on the Willamette River. Emily and Kelly.
All right. Thanks, Kohr. You get the sun. It'll come out in the afternoon and warm things right up. And that's all you need for one of those days.
I'm hoping that we get, a dry, sunny weekend. It's kind of